Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro from Dublin, Ireland. How's everybody doing? I am in my hotel room. As you can see, I still have my morning drink, so I'm still on it. I'm going to let you guys drop in and say hi. And, there's a couple things that we could talk about today, or we can go for a free-for-all like we always do and just talk about what's real and see what comes up and out and what needs to be said today. I'm available for it all. Hey, you guys, welcome to the conversation. How are you? Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. Did you get your morning drink? I am in Dublin, Ireland. Tonight is the very first show of our European tour. In Vogue is out here getting ready to perform tonight. We're going to have a long one. We got some new material that's going to be in the show from Electric Cafe, which is dope, right? So it should be fun. Last year, Dublin, Ireland was one of our greatest stops. The energy here was absolutely electric, but every time I'm sure it's going to be different. Who knows what tonight is going to bring, but we will be available for that. We're going to go out and give it our best like we always do. Hopefully have a blast, right? And send you some pictures and vids if I can get some of that good footage while we're hanging out over at the stage. Hey, you guys, how are you? Welcome to the conversation. What up? Hey, Aisha and AJ and Bianca and Sam. You say you think there's a bee on my coffee cup? Well, hopefully he's enjoying the drink. I might look like a bee with my little orange yellow on. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, you guys. Happy Monday. I'm trying to see if I should be saying hi to anybody else that's in the chat so far. Yeah, how's everybody feeling? It's Monday. It's the first week of this month. Have you time blocked? Did you write out a to-do list last night so that we don't have to remember everything? Because I swear I don't like to do that. I drop the ball too much if I don't write stuff down. And aside from that, it just helps me to stay locked into my goals. So did you write out a to-do list last night? What do you want to accomplish today? Did you write out a to-do list for this week? What do you want to have done by the end of this week? Having goals, very specific goals, can help us to accomplish so much more. What about the end of this month? It's the start of this month. Did you write out a to-do list for that? Did you write out a time grid? Did you time block, What do you want to have accomplished every week of this month so that by the end of April, you've got something that you created? Or if you need to do this for 90 days, or if you want to do it for 6 months, or if you want to do it for 12 months, plan. Follow through, commit, right? Okay, let's see what you guys are saying before we hop into any more. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Hey, Ava. Hey, William. Did the album drop yet? We want to review it on the radio show. The album drops on April 6th. It's right around the corner. Electric Cafe, April 6th, coming up very soon. Thank you to everybody who has pre-ordered the album. And thank you to everybody who's planning on buying it, who's planning on picking up a digital copy, a physical copy, both. Right? Good morning, you guys. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. Is there anything, you said thanks for the positive. You got it, Stephanie. My pleasure. It's snowing, honey. It is cold out here. It's like 41 degrees in Ireland. So even though it's spring, it is still cold over here too, right? Is there anything in particular that you all want to talk about this morning? Or should we just talk about the successful traits and habits of successful people? Like just making sure that you're locking in on the things you need to do. As one of the great teachers out there talks about, Brendan Burchard, he says, common sense is not common practice, right? We might know what to do, but are we really committing on the level we need to commit in order to get things done? That's really what I notice is the main thing, right? A lot of us are very intelligent. We know what to do. We have the guidance, we have the mentors, but are you committing fully to following through? Do you do the things that they say to do or to do every day without question? Are you relentless about going after whatever it is you say you want for yourself? What about the habits you say that you want to change? Are you doing this on a daily basis? Are you doing it on a moment-to-moment basis? A lot of people say, oh, I've tried everything. You haven't tried everything if your condition hasn't changed. So what's that missing link that maybe you need to be doing, or where do you need to be consistent that you're not consistent, even though you know what to do? Where do you need to be consistent in doing whatever that thing is? A lot of people are missing that for some reason. It's like, I know, I've tried it. No, but you're not consistent with it until you have the breakthrough, until you see the change in your condition, until you see the change in your circumstance. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Mama Lisa, welcome to the conversation. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to Morning Talks with Ro. You say it's afternoon talks with Ro in Europe. Now, this is true, but I got to say good morning on American soil. Break a leg tonight. Wishing you an absolutely fabulous day. Thank you for starting the day off with love and positivity. You got it. This week, you leave for Chicago to audition for the musical 42nd Street. That's what's up, Richie. Let's see. So excited to be hitting the stage. You're home again. Awesome. Best of luck to you with that. Robert says, this is good. We must plan or we will not do it at all. Hello. It is worth it to plan. That is a good thing to talk about. Okay. Let's talk about time blocking. Good morning, Shanika. Dawn says, success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Come on, say it with your chest, Dawn. I can't tell you enough how being consistent is a major key to success. A lot of us know what to do. A lot of us have the tools. Are you following through on a regular basis? That is like probably the thing that is in the way of most of your success or lack thereof, is the fact that you're not consistent. The fact that you're not disciplined too, right? It takes a certain amount of discipline. It takes a certain amount of vision. How much vision do you have? Vision is huge when it comes to success and progress and productivity. If you don't know where you're going, what are you aiming at? Where are you going? And if you don't have good details attached to that vision, what is motivating you and inspiring you to continue to do whatever it is you need to do to get to it? The clearer you are about what you desire and where you're going, the more motivation, inspiration, and push you're going to be able to give yourself, inner push, you're going to be able to give yourself to get to it, because you know what you want. You know where you're going. Your vision is driving you there. Your vision is going to want to make you bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. But if your vision is muddy or you don't have one at all, you're not going to have much gas to get through things. You're not going to have much gas to get to something. So vision is huge. It's key as well. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Hey, you guys, welcome to the conversation. You battle with time management, Bianca says. So much to do, but feel like there's not enough time. Yeah, last week we talked about learning how to be laser focused about getting things done. When I got that as a major lesson last year when I went on a writing retreat, things have shifted. There are other people who are extremely successful with the same 24 hours in a day. How are they doing it? It's definitely scheduling, right? And being able to laser focus and reduce or eliminate distractions. How many distractions do you have in your life? How many of us are having our phones dinging and blinging and bonging and chonging off in the background that is completely taking your attention away every 2 seconds? And every little nick at your attention span is taking away from your productivity percentage. Every little dopamine squirt you're allowing to have, these little cheap highs, these cheap thrills that we get from getting these little dings and blings. It happens to everybody because they've programmed it, they've conditioned it in you. Okay, don't think it's not that people aren't challenged with this, but you gotta learn to reduce the distractions if you want to get stuff done. You gotta learn to get rid of the distractions if you want to follow through, or it's gonna take longer. And a lot of times, some people just don't even finish because they get taken away. I mean, how many of us have gotten sucked into the endless web search, the mindless blog read, right? The clickbait that you went to a website for one thing, and then they know how to make these, salacious titles to get you to go, oh, she had a baby. Click. Now you in that. Oh, They murdered such and such. Click. Now you in that. Oh my God, they did. Next thing you know, you're 2 hours into clickbait, totally distracted from why you went there in the first place, right? And what just happened to your level of productivity? That 2 hours that you could have committed to your forward progress, to your forward movement, gone. Happens to so many of us. Eliminate distractions. Cut your phones off if you have to. Detox. Digital detox. And then schedule. Learn how to time block. And this was something that I learned from the writing retreat. I had been dipping and dabbing in different goals, right? Because I'm like, well, I want to do this, and I got this to do, and I have all these things that I want, right? So I'm like, well, I'll do this a little bit today, and then I'll do a little bit on this goal tomorrow, and then I'm going to go after this goal on Wednesday. And so, yes, I could do that, right? I could chip away at those goals together. But when I decided to just focus, and we went to Italy, and my partner and I just wrote. We turned all our stuff off and we sat there, and all we did was write for our book. I got more accomplished in 4 days than I had in 4 months. Just because I laser focused and I scheduled it. So now that I learned that lesson, right now I get it. I was like, oh, that's what they mean by do one thing at a time. It's not that I don't have to get rid of my other goals. It's just that I'm going to laser focus on this one goal until I see this particular aspect of it through, or the whole thing, see it through. Like right now, I have the goal of developing a new program. So instead of working on my book, which is a longer project, you can time block that out over the year, or time block that out over several months, right? This particular program, I said, I'm not going to do anything else until I finish this program, developing it. So now, instead of it taking me 3 months to do, it may take me 5 weeks. Just because I'm laser focused. Now, you know what I'm saying? So learning how to schedule is huge. Eliminating or reducing distraction is major. Time blocking, major. These are the things that can help you to manage your life and your goal strategies better. Let's see, this topic is just what you needed now. Working on your schoolwork and needed improved planning, or you'll drown. Lots of love. Lots of love to you, Bert. Let's see. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Morning Talks with Ro. Do you have your morning drink on deck? You know what you want. Beautiful, Shirley. Sam says, when my wife and I go to Taco Bell, we have plenty of gas. Very nice, Sam. Very nice. What's up, everybody? Trey says, welcome to the conversation. Low Base is in the building. What up? Dante, hey, darling. Okay, let's see. Robert says, biggest thing is proper diet. And spiritual growth is the hardest thing to keep it up. Staying positive is key. We are only a product of our habits and need to control and keep focused. Man, habits are huge. That's why that morning routine is so crucial. Did you know that if you wake up in the morning and you immediately pick up your phone and look at email, social media, anything else that doesn't have anything to do with you and your forward progress, anybody else's agenda, if you give your attention to somebody else's agenda, you have just lost roundabout 30% of your progress, your productivity ability. 30% of your ability to be productive gets lost just from turning over and dedicating your time and focus to somebody else's agenda. Just that fast. So it is so crucial that when you wake up in the morning, you are very clear about what your first practice is in the morning. Where are you putting your focus? What are you giving your attention to? Is it your dreams? Is it your desires? Is it your forward movement? Is it your progress? Or is it somebody else's agenda? And is it somebody else's agenda that ain't got nothing going on? We get up and we read other people's lives. What is it? How is it benefiting you? Really answer that question for yourself. What kind of impact is it having in your life? And what kind of impact is it having on your dreams and your progress? Really evaluate that for yourself. And if we do that with everything in our lives, we'll make a lot of changes real fast. Your priorities will shift if you start looking at how you're investing your time in comparison to the impact that it makes in your progress or other people's lives, which is being of service. Is it a large impact or is it small? And if you just do that with everything in your life, you'll start rearranging what you're doing with your time and where you're giving your focus. Because you know that it's either got large impact or it's got small impact. Either it's killing your dreams or it's advancing them. Let's see what you guys are saying. Spencer says, you're such a brilliant, beautiful woman. Oh, thank you, Spencer. Thank you for your continuous support and coaching. Absolutely. Oh, I love you back. You're welcome. Your positivity is inspiring. Bless up, Gina. Dawn says, planning and focus are key, and it all begins with prepping. Just like with meal prepping, there is success prepping. All right now. Add motivation as your key ingredient. Hello. And if you're having difficulty motivating yourself, we live in the information age, you guys. There is no excuse if you are watching me right now that you can't go to YouTube or Vimeo or any video streaming service and watch a video every morning when you wake up that is going to pump you up with success principles and tools that you can use to better your life. Period. Either you're doing it or you're not doing it. There's no reason you can't read a book, right? That gives you the tools and the information necessary to advance your goals or to give you the inspiration or motivation that you want and need in order to take the next best step in your life. It's up to us to commit. That's the biggest thing, is to commit. The name of my course at Personal Power University is Being Bacon. Why? Because the guy says, for those of you who don't know the story, the guy lived on a farm with his family. His dad wanted to express what success was using their breakfast in the morning. And he said, son, the chicken gave us the eggs. The chicken made a contribution. And he was speaking about how the chicken could lay eggs. And when they want more eggs, they can go back to the chicken coop, get more eggs. And he made a contribution. He said, but the pig made the ultimate sacrifice. The pig committed. Because once a pig becomes bacon, ain't no turning back from being bacon. You can't go back to that pig and get more bacon. That's it. That's how we have to be about our goals. If you really want to see something come to fruition, you do until you demonstrate. Great quote by Ernest Holmes. Do until you demonstrate. We don't stop until we see the results. We don't stop until we see the change in our condition. And if you still ain't seeing the change, then maybe go rework your plan. Go pick up some more tools. Go surround yourself with even more impressive, powerful, motivating, inspiring people. Keep surrounding yourself with the things that you need in order to keep you moving forward till you get to where you want to get to. It may take you 2 months. It may take you 2 years. It may take you 20 years. Do until you demonstrate. That's when you know you've done it all. That's when you know you've done it all. Hey, you guys, let's see. Yes, she's amazing. Go, both of you guys join forces. Mr. Marvelous, welcome to the conversation. Thanks, Ro. Rhona, you always bring it, sing it, and sling. That's why we love you. Thank you, darling. Mario says, I have to discipline myself more. Discipline is huge. Discipline. A lot of us have a real funky relationship with discipline because probably when you were a kid, when you heard the word discipline, it came with a spanking. It came with beration, don't do that, don't do this, you know what I mean? It could have come with a negative experience. And so we've associated the word discipline with something negative, when in essence, as an adult, discipline is your ally. And it's your ally when you're a kid too. I was disciplined, and I thank God for that. I think I turned out a pretty decent human being because I was disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Same thing we can do for ourselves today as an adult. Discipline yourself so that you can doing what you ought to do, right? So that you can do what you want to do. Doing what you ought to do, even when you don't feel like it, so that you can do what you want to do. That's discipline. I always talk about how, sometimes I don't feel like working out. Sometimes I'm tired. But because I have conditioned and disciplined myself so much to get up and go, my go button is ferocious, that I'll be in the car before I can say, oh, I don't feel like going. Like I'm already in the car. How does that happen? Discipline. Discipline. Let's see what you guys are saying. Nashwa says, hey, Nashwa. Same here. I need to focus more. Go to row. Going back to my studies. Putting your phone down. Church. Go make it happen, baby. Shalay says, I need to increase my energy after working for other people 5 days a week, 8+ hours a day. Huge. How is that for everybody? Is your work an energy drainer? How is that playing out in your life? What is it doing to your joy or for your joy or lack thereof? And if it is not feeding you on a certain scale, because sometimes we do a job because we have to, but is that your end game? What's your end game? I did a job that I was like, well, this ain't my end game, but it's my liaison game right now, right? And in the meantime, I'm going to give 150%. I'm bringing all my success tools and principles to this moment, to this opportunity. That's what I called it, right? I'm going to learn whatever I can, and I'm going to keep my vision for myself over here alive and well. I'm not going to drop the ball on my dreams. Do you guys still have dreams outside of wherever you work? If it's not the place that brings you most joy, if it's not your dream to be there, because sometimes we got to do what we got to do, right? But are you still moving towards what it is you really want? Because a lot of the times, even when you're doing something you don't necessarily want to do, if you're moonlighting, is what they might call it, with what you really do desire, that can give you energy. That can replenish you. That can be your balance. Because at least you're not dropping the ball on your own dreams. You're feeding yourself with your own dreams. So now you got something to give to somebody else because you know you're moving towards that. But if you don't have, if you let that be your end game and that's not where your joy is, that's a huge energy drainer. Huge. Have an outlet for your joy. Have an outlet for your passion. That's why vision is very important. Vision is huge. Okay, let's see. You have double the time than before just to focus. Beautiful. Yes, I am in Europe. I'm in Dublin, Ireland. I'm always on the go as usual, pushing myself beyond the limit. I can't post and push many to remain focused if I can't do it. Challenge yourself. Push it to the limit. All right now. Chalet says, yes, still have different dreams, and yes, chipping away at night to get where I want to be. Beautiful. Be relentless. What's the best way to get away from the job you don't like and still make the money that supports your family? There's so many people who struggle with that issue. Well, I think it depends on what your bigger vision is. Like, for example, I have to use myself as an example. When I hit one of the worst financial positions for myself as an adult, some years ago now, I remember that eventually I had to get a job to make ends meet. It's crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. I had my first job at 35. First 9 to 5, first whatever, part-time, then it became full-time, then I became it was a crazy experience. But one of the things I said to myself, I said, I refuse to be unhappy. I refuse to be unhappy. So I asked myself the right questions, some very crucial questions. What is going to bring me joy? How can I create purpose? Some people are waiting for purpose to come up and slap them in the head. Create it. I didn't come into the world thinking I was going to be a coach. This is something I created along the way. This is something that I genuinely find joy in. This is something I have a genuine passion for. Thank God, right? But I didn't come in here like, oh, I'm going to be a coach. I don't even think life coach was a term when I was born. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that I created along the way. I said, what else can I do to be happy? Where else is there purpose? And I started to develop and feed that dream. And I said, I won't be here for long. I will call the shots on my time again. And so I worked towards that bigger dream. What is your bigger dream? What is it? I think that's that. You got to get very clear about what that is. I had a bigger dream and I was very clear about where I was going, even though I'm doing it differently now. It has come up and showed up very differently than I set out for it to do. But sometimes you just got to take those bold steps and then let the Most High orchestrate the whole thing. You can't be so concerned about the big picture that it overwhelms you and shuts you down. Just know where you're going, get very detailed about it, and take bold steps every day. And then it's going to orchestrate for you. That intelligence, that source can work on your behalf, can conspire on behalf of your good. But you got to be clear about what you desire and where you're going. That's number one. Vision is key. And then we can keep expounding on that topic if you want. Ask me another question. You still have different dreams, and yes, chipping away at night. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Had to place your mother in a nursing home recently and lately. Have no time for yourself or your business, and I don't know how to stay focused, although I am doing a lot because I'm attempting to do multitask at once. I'm feeling overwhelmed trying to achieve all the tasks, and you're right, I'm not focusing on completing one task before I go to the next task. It is so huge. You're going to find that you get so much more done just by laser focusing on something. You're not abandoning your other dreams and the things that you desire for yourself just because you decide to stop and focus on one thing at a time. As a matter of fact, you're going to be more productive because you do that, and you're going to get more done in a shorter amount of time. And you'll probably get to that other dream, those things that you're multitasking. You'll finish them more quickly by laser focusing on one at a time than you will multitasking. It's amazing. It's amazing. Shout out to you being there for your mom. This is the age we're at, right? Where our parents could need us in that way. It's a part of the cycle of life, right? Thank God that you're healthy and you're well and you have your wits about yourself to be able to do it. Shift your perspective on it if it's an issue for you. You know, it's okay. You'll find the balance. Claim it. I'm going to find the balance with this. Right now, I'm giving my time and my focus to mom. She needs me. And as we find the balance here for her nursing home and we get her settled in and all of that, then everything's going to come back around and I'm going to find the right way. I'm going to find the right path. It's coming. It's coming. My champion dialogue is off the charts. Yours can be too. It's just conditioning and programming. Speak that which you seek for yourself. Even if you don't have the answers, it's coming. I'm going to figure this out. A way is being made. Speak it. Speak it, speak it, speak it. And you'll be surprised how your conscious and subconscious mind will start working to bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be. Let's see. This conversation is motivation right now. Church, beautiful. Hey, Brenda. I saw you ladies 2 years ago. Next month, I'm going to an In Vogue tribute group. Oh, cool, Sam. Michelle Fellows says, don't let life shut you down. Keep working towards your goals. Being consistent will get you where you want to be. Church, it may take you a bit longer. It may be a little different than you anticipated. The route may be different, you know? But you can get there with diligence, persistence, and commitment. May take you a bit longer, may take you down a slightly different path, probably turn out better than you anticipated. When you really get to the nitty gritty of following through on something, it probably will turn out even better than you anticipated. But we don't even want to think about it right like that. Just do what you need to do. Get clear about your vision and take bold and decisive action daily. And if there's some disciplines and habits that you know are working against you, change them. And if you're having a hard time changing them, get around other people who are champions and let that motivate you. Watch videos that motivate and inspire you. Read books that motivate and inspire you. Do what's hard. Don't do what's comfortable. Don't do what's convenient. Everybody can do that. That's why not everybody's successful. That's the easy stuff, to do what's convenient, to become complacent, to think mediocrity, to go with the status quo. To be average is easy. Do what's hard. That's where the success is. Let's see. Thomas, hey. Hey, Shamika. To the person who asked about how to leave your job, learn how to make passive income. Church, it's the best. You just need to learn how to make enough to pay all your bills without working a job. Then you can spend the rest of your life discovering what you really want to do without the worry of making money. It's how to really make your dreams come true because there is no pressure to pay the bills. Beautiful. Thomas Tatlock is one of the dynamic instructors at Peak Potentials. There's something called the Millionaire Mind Intensive. I went there back in 2011 because I wanted to turn the time when I went through my tough financial time. I went there so that I could turn my prosperity situation around. This is a free seminar, you guys. Get online, look for where it comes to your city. The Millionaire Mind Intensive. It totally turned my trajectory around. I worked on my inner blueprint. What was my relationship to money? What were my thoughts in connection with money? I switched all of that stuff up and I went in there and I played at 150% and my stuff started turning around. A lot of this success is inside work. And I believe that if you immerse yourself in anything that you want to change, if you go balls to the wall with whatever you want to change, if you immerse yourself completely in it, you will come out. But you got to go hard. And I went hard. Find the Millionaire Mind Intensive in whatever city is near you, or if it's in your city, I highly recommend it. I just recommended it to one of my students at Personal Power University. One of the most powerful things he did. Glad you could join the conversation, Thomas. Let's see. Vision is key. I'll make sure this stays in my head all the time. Yes, the words are so simple and yet they mean everything. Common sense is not common practice, right? Whatever's so simple is not necessarily the easiest thing to do. But if you can be consistent with it, it looks like magic when you do it. Looks like magic. Let's see. Hey there, Ro. Hey, Matthew. Good to see you. Glad to see you made it to... thank you. Speak it into existence. Yes, a way is being made. Speak it. Yes. Speak things that are not as though they were. Yes, we hear this stuff all the time, right? It sounds cliche. But usually if anything sounds cliche, it's the truth. That's why it's so cliche. Now, when people hear it, they dismiss it because it's cliche. That's where the truth is. Apply that. Oh, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Apply that. That's the real. You know, all of this stuff that sounds cliche, people dismiss it. That's where it is. That's where it is. Okay. Hey, Carlos. Move mountains. You are so wise beyond your years later. Oh, thank you. I just study my face off and apply this stuff. Pray without ceasing. Powerful words spoken. Love you back, Reginald. Hey, baby. Winner Circle. Join PPU. That's right, Shirley. Shirley, you've been kicking butt. Love you back, Thomas. You should have your own talk show, but please never stop singing. You are so talented in every aspect. Thank you, Spencer. Hey, baby. Corey says, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for guiding me in the direction to change my perspective. Awesome. Mom needs me right now, but starting today, I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. Church! Because I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but because I'm telling myself I will never find balance. Again, thank you. You got it. Isn't perspective everything? Just a slight tweak in your perspective just changes the trajectory of everything. Just in this one conversation, people, you got to know that that's powerful. You got to know that that's powerful. That's one of the most rewarding things about coaching for me. Is that I can share something that can create a shift in your thinking, which creates a shift in the way you see things, in the meaning you give something, and in the actions you take, and your life changes. Nothing in your outer circumstances had to change in order for you to change that from within. That's powerful, people. To me, it is. What do you guys think? Spencer, I told her that a long time ago. Hey, Ty. Ty, it's true indeed. Welcome to the conversation, everybody. Welcome to Morning Talks with Rhona. I guess I'm getting ready to get out of here. I hope you have found much value from the exchange we just had. I had some things written down. We didn't even need it. That's when I love when it's like this. When we're just exchanging. We're just talking about what's real. And we're getting to the quick of whatever things need to be said in order to create a shift in your thinking, which creates a shift in your doing, which creates a shift in your choices, which creates a shift in your life. How powerful is that? Just from a conversation. Now that you got the tweak in your positioning, in your thinking on something, what are you willing to commit to today to do? That's hard, but that's going to move the needle of progress in your life. Are you willing to commit to your morning routine? Stop fluffing around. When you wake up, go into gratitude or whatever it is that works for you. For me, it's 5 minutes of gratitude off top. Open my eyes. Thank you. I'm thanking the Most High for everything. Whatever I can find. Then I'm going into meditation. Then I'm going into visualization. And if I drop the ball on it, I'm finding some time at some point today to get into it. And then I'm watching a video to keep my mind stayed on what it is I want it stayed on. Then I'm going to watch and listen to some other champions that are making it happen. How are they grinding the pavement? How are they making it happen? I want to know so that I can mirror that until I come up with my own rules of success, which I have. Because I do the work. That's what it comes down to. What are you willing to commit to do? And when it gets hard, will you do it anyway? That's where success is. That's where the champions dwell. That's where the people who make it look brilliant dwell. You're just as brilliant. It's your follow through is a superpower, though. Commitment is a superpower. What are you guys saying? Thank you. We'll be applying this for your day tomorrow and your future. Awesome. Hey, Tutu. Hey. So much value, lady. Thank you so much for all you do. Such a blessing. Big shifts coming in this life. Beautiful. Get in gear. Love you, coach. Thank you, Shirley. Love you back. Powerful words as usual. Great positivity. Thank you. You're a rocket. Woo-hoo. Yes. Okay. Sending love your way, you guys. All right. I'm going to go to work right now. We're getting ready to go do a sound check. And then we have a meet and greet. We're going to go meet some people who are here coming to the show tonight. And then we're going to go kick butt. We're going to go have a good time performing. I hope everybody has started off their Monday stellar. I'm sending love your way. And I'll see you guys next week.